Hello, welcome to Lasse Food and Barbecue. Today I'm going to make some raw spiced roast beef. It's a way of curing the meat or preparing the meat to be eaten as a cold cut, and it involves no cooking, but it takes 4 to 5 days. It's mainly a kind of brine, a dry brine that we put the meat in a vacuum bag and just put it in the fridge. So tag along and I'll show you how I'm gonna do that. Okay, there we go. So the ingredients we have is I have a 2-pound roast beef, rump roast kind of piece of meat that I'm gonna trim off all the fat that I can see. I've got the last of my famous oregano. I've got 1 tablespoon of chili flakes, 1/3 of a cup of caster sugar, 1/3 of a cup of regular table salt. If you use kosher salt, you need 2/3 of a cup. Anyway, I'm gonna mix the ingredients together. I'm gonna trim the meat and I'm gonna put it in a vacuum bag, vacuum seal it, and then dry brine it. But anyway, so first off, we're gonna have to remove as much of the fat as we can. So I'm just gonna work around, which is very easily done with this Kuma knife. That's really sharp as it is at the moment. An important thing to note when you make this curing process is that the meat, since you're only using regular salt and not curing salt, you can't have a piece of meat that's thicker than 2 inches or 5 centimeters, because then the brine won't get in there and cure it. But the thickness is just over 1 inch, which should be really good. So I guess I'm gonna end up with a piece of meat that's about 3/4 of a pound. Okay, so I think I mixed up this. That's the salt and this is the sugar. Doesn't matter. Same amount of salt and sugar, regular table salt, chili flakes. Just mix them up. And then I could put the spices on the meat here, but I'm actually gonna put the meat in the bag first. I had a thought that I had folded this over twice. I'm gonna do that. Folding the edge over twice, meaning that I will keep the edges clean for the seal. When you do sous vide, you could always put the closing end facing upwards, and in this case I'm gonna have it in the fridge and I don't want any leakage, so I really wanted to stay as secure as possible. Anyways, I'm gonna put the salt and the sugar in here. There we go. I want a thick coating of this everywhere. Try to get everything on the edges and everywhere. So, like I said, time to vacuum seal this. Then I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Might have to flip it over a couple of times during the coming days, and then I'll decide if I go 4 or 5 days. The more the merrier. Back in a bit. And then, as you all can see, I forgot the oregano. I guess I'm gonna use that in something else then. Anyway, so there we go. Into the fridge. See you in a few days. Okay, there we go. It's been it's Thursday today, so it's been 5 days. I've flipped this every day, and it's left a lot of liquid. I'm gonna wash it off and I'll show you what it looks like. There we go. So this is very hard. It's been quite dehydrated. I'm just gonna slice it up thinly. This can be eaten raw, but I'm actually gonna fry it a little bit. So this is what we're looking for. And with that, I'm gonna make a French potato salad. So if you tag along, I'm gonna show you how to do that. This is what it looks like. Raw, gravad roast beef. Well, I'll meet you back in a bit. Okay, so let's start making the preparations for the salad. I have 1/4 cup of dill, 1/4 cup of chives chopped, 1/4 cup of parsley chopped, 2 small shallots roughly chopped, half a teaspoon of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper, 1/8 of a teaspoon of sugar. Then I have 2 teaspoons of yellow mustard, or French mustard. Of course, it's French, so it should be French mustard. I have 1 tablespoon of white balsamic vinegar, could be white wine vinegar as well. 1 tablespoon of water, and 3 tablespoons of an extra virgin olive oil. So I'm just going to stir this together and get a mix. And then I'm going to let this stand and blend until the potatoes are done. What I've done is I've taken about 1.5 pounds of potatoes. I'm boiling them fork tender, and then I'm going to drain them and drop them in an ice bath. That way I'm going to cool them down a little bit, slice them and mix them in with this. And the salad is actually meant to be eaten lukewarm. I'll bring you back for that. Okay, so I forgot one thing in the salad mix. I needed 3 tablespoons of capers. I'm just going to add them in there. And then I'm going to make a little bit of sauce. It's very simple. It's 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise and about 1 inch of horseradish. There we go. That should be enough. I'm just going to add that in there. It won't need anything else. This is just to complement the meat. There we go. Potatoes are almost done. Back in a minute or two. Okay, so there we go. So just taking the potatoes, and they're still a little bit warm. I don't want to get it too cold. I took them, I drained them, and I dropped them in this bowl of ice water. They're kind of lukewarm now. I guess they're warm in the center, but that's going to be okay. Just going to take them up. And then I'm going to slice them in 1/4 inch slices. Yeah, they're warm in the middle. This is going to be good. Just like so. Put them in the salad, and then I'm going to do this and flip it all around. And there we go. Just like hamburgers. This is much better just to do with your hands. Mix it all up. Try to coat every potato with the sauce or the herbs and stuff. And once it's all mixed well, I'm going to put it in the fridge because it's still a little bit warm, and let it cool down for a few minutes until the rest is done. There we go. Time to plate this up. We're going to start with a base of potato salad. This smells very nice. And then we can take a few of these slices of meat, just twirl them up a little bit and plate them. There we go. And then a little dollop of the horseradish sauce on top of there. And to top it off, a little sprig of parsley. And there we go. French potato salad with cured roast beef, raw, and horseradish mayo. Let's taste this. Okay, there we go. Let's try the meat first. It's very flavorful, very beef flavored. The salt and the sweetness is not really overpowering in any way. It's almost like dried reindeer, if you ever had that. Very similar. Really nice. I'm going to try the potatoes as well. Tender, of course. Lots of tastes as well. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this. Have a nice evening. Bye.